team, and this is another weekend episode of our stock market insights. And I'll be waiting for you guys so we can review your stocks. In the meantime, I have already gathered some of your requests, and of course, we'll prioritize the requests of those who have already made one or made some in my previous post. So thank you very much for your suggestions. I'm gonna post it here so that you know the right order of the stocks we are going to review. Okay, we'll review the following. Okay, so those are the stocks we are going to. Okay, that's for those who are new in our page. I'm currently using Bollinger Band as our indicator plus RSI, and this is if you're using Investograms, you can just click indicators here and then just type in Bollinger Band, okay, or RSI, and then you should be able to get those. I just use the default settings, so nothing to worry about there. So let's start. I already have my initial list, and the first one would be DMC. Okay, for DMC, as you see here, there was a massive sellout that happened right here on the last 2 days of the week. Now, notice it stopped right at the area where at around 820. Okay, let me just put that right number here. So at around 820, 821, price landed at that level. So in case it goes further down, it is not going to be that far anymore because your RSI is giving us some bullish momentum here. While the price stopped at the area where you have the support right there, your RSI is giving an upward direction. So two things can happen. It's either something like this, it can continue to go down and your RSI is giving us an upward direction, and soon after that you will have a bounce. So if in case it continues to go down, it won't be that far from where it is at right now before it gives us a good bounce like this. Okay, so just observe. Ideally, what we want to expect on Monday is for the price to start at around 820 or 821, and then most of the action happens on the upside, and then that's the time we can say it's already a bounce, and you can already enter that. PPG. For PPG, you have a good bounce over here. So when you're moving above the MA20 line, your MA20 can act as a support. Now, it respected that in this case, so I'm thinking you'll have some more green candlesticks in the coming days. Although, just be extra careful because you are already at a very expensive level, not super expensive, but at a high price. This is the resistance that we are seeing. So technically you are just 7.57 to 7.5 away from hitting our next resistance. So just in case the market gives you a chance around 9.95, right, this level, that would mean you can potentially get a 12.24% revenue or gain. So wait till the market gives us a chance near the MA20 line, and that's the time you enter. But of course, it's not 100% guarantee because there are also moments like this where it reaches the MA20 and then it continues to decline. So just be extra careful. This stock is, for me, is a secondary stock. That means this is only good for trading, not unless there's really a a catalyst that will, convince me or whoever that this is really for long term. But in the meantime, if you enter near MA20 and then it goes below MA20 by 3 or 5%, execute your stop loss. Okay, let's greet our viewers. Hi, Joe. Okay, I will add Annie for you. And hi, Wiki. Good afternoon. All right, let's continue so we can cover more. CHP is next. CHP, okay, so it's sitting right at the MA20 line, so it's a wait and see game. If by Monday most of the action happens on the upside, then we can just say it's just bouncing right at the MA20 line. If not, then if most of the action happens on the downside, then the next support we see is 2.39. So at least you know the key areas to watch out for. But definitely this is a big influencer at the same time because it's sitting right at the MA20 level. IRC. For IRC, moving sideways at the moment, right? But it's getting constricted. So that means you're still at a very cheap level for IRC, as you can see. So what I recommend is, of course, try it out at the MA20 level, 1.37. That will be a good entry price. 1.37, 1.38. Okay. Let's check if it bounces at that area. So if you want to be conservative, wait for a green candlestick to be formed right at the MA20 level before you enter. Okay. ACEPH. This is the what's the volume here? 677. Okay. Okay. So what I can see here is that you are nearing a resistance. In fact, this is already a resistance that I see. So sometimes when a stock is not very popular, right? The resistance, you will experience some price rejection at the resistance area. Okay, so multiple times it hit that level, but just observe. If there's not much volume, that means there's a big chance that it might retrace and go back to the MA20 level, which is the blue line right over here. Okay. In some occasions, you will also experience a breakout. And when that happens, price starts here because this is resistance. So potentially, if that happens, you will now have a new wave, brand new wave. So this resistance that we see right here will eventually become a support. So this is the formation that we are expecting. It goes back to that area and then before it goes up, right? So because this is a resistance that we see, and it will stabilize and create a support before it goes up. Two things can happen. That is if most of the action will happen above the 2.85 level on Monday. If not, if most of the action happens here on the downside, then there's a big chance that it will rest for a while and then revisit the 2.50 level. SPC. SPC still moving above the MA20 line. Okay. This is okay, but you're also nearing the next resistance over here, 750. Still, maybe it will still move on a sideways, more sideways for this stock. Okay, 750. There you go. That's the next resistance that we see, considering that we have some price hitting at the same area multiple times. So it might go up, but not that much yet. Okay, because I don't see any volume here. At the same time, let me see how many people participated. Only 13. So just be extra careful, because sometimes when the price is already hit, if there's really no participants in the trade, then it will not be, yeah, they won't execute your order. Ali. As for Ali, let us see, because I see a support forming where it, at the area where it is at right now. So that area was hit multiple times for several days. But I will still have to, be conservative and check if it will reach the MA20 level. Okay, because this is an engulfing bearish candlestick. So the size is bigger than the previous one, right? It engulfed the green candlestick and it landed much lower than the previous day. So I'm thinking it might revisit this area, the MA20 line. So that is our analysis. Hello, Graham. Yep, definitely. I have BPI on the list. URC and DMC. Let me check. DMC. Okay. I hope you were able to hear the first one, Rowan. DMC was the first we reviewed today. URC, let me add that for you. AXLM for Carlo. MBT is ready there. Good afternoon, MR, FLI, and X. Okay, let's add that. Okay, and X. Yes, Kenneth. Okay. Ali, next would be MBT. Another popular stock in the Philippine market. Okay, I don't feel good with the last candlestick for MBT last Friday. This is a bearish candlestick, especially when this comes out at the resistance area. So I'm thinking, and when the price is already inside the upper band, then you're already seeing some signs of weakness. So it might revisit. Okay, it might revisit. Probably, yeah, definitely. MA20 line is the safest. Normally, that is an area of bounce. Some people would combine the different moving averages as their main indicators, because moving averages 20, 50, 100, sometimes they add 200. Those are the key areas of focus. That's where normally a price lands. Either it bounces or it gets rejected. So those are critical areas to watch out for. And your moving, your Bollinger Band, this is Bollinger Band that I'm using, by MA20, the blue one here, the blue line is the MA20 line, so it's just the default. So I would like to wait at the 58.89 area or 68.89 area. Now, if you don't have the time to wait and you just want to just enter the stock, the next area to watch out for would be this area. Okay, there's some consolidation that happened right here. So it could also bounce around that. Okay, so those are the two areas to watch out for. 70 and 68.89. Okay. But definitely looks like this will rest for a while. Pure gold. For pure gold, yeah. We're still sustaining the support around the MA20 line. So yes, I would have to say it might linger in this area for a few days. before it goes up again. But overall, there has been a bearish move for almost a year in this stock. I think it's already a high time that it will reverse. Okay, there you go. Here. Yep. If you want to try it out around 40 pesos. Actually, where it is at right now is already a good time to try. Don't put everything in one go. You can just do a test buy. And if most of the action happens on the upside, at least you are already in this stock. Okay. What about cnpf? cnpf. So this used to be a resistance over here. So that means it could potentially become a support, right? So let's check. Maybe it could bounce at the 15.20 area, okay, before it moves up again. So just check to be really sure. Check if you have multiple days landing at the same area and then a green candlestick, then that would mean that would confirm the bounce for this stock. Meg. For Meg, okay. Meg is, I think, going to rest for a while. At this level, let's see. Okay, so there's some, this used to be a support, became a resistance over here. It got broken. And let's see, check out this area, that area, 4.80. The next one, if that gets broken, of course, check what happens around the MA20 line. But for me, this is a bearish candlestick. We might see some red, we might end up having a red candlestick on Monday, and then just wait for a confirmation, like a green candlestick, either in this area or this area, before we can say it's already a bounce. JFC, okay, everyone's favorite. It still respects the MA20 line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days for 1 week, guys. It's been landing at the MA20 level. So I would have to say the support is getting stronger and stronger when we have more days landing at that area. So I can say this is still a good time to add volume for JFC. And JFC, as you can see, one of the most established companies here in the Philippine market. So this is really good for long term. So if you want to get in Jollibee, treat it as an investment for long term. smph. smph, okay, so we drew that line as our resistance. Wow, it's so thick. Okay, anyway, so that's the resistance. So I'm thinking it might visit the MA20 line again. So if you want to get in and try, 38.11 is for me a good entry price, or 38.13. And like Jollibee, smph is another company that is also good for long term, and it's not that expensive yet. It's just the right price. Okay, not super expensive. Vita. Let's check out Vita. Vita's been doing sideways movement for several months now. Okay. It might rest, but it will not be that far. Okay. I'd like to say that this is the area of support for Vita. Notice there's a spike in the volume here, but last Friday it ended red, but there's not much volume. So people feel that the stock price here for Vita is still at a reasonable level, and they're holding on to their positions, right? Because even with the increase in the volume, that means a lot of people have traded it. Only a few sold their position. So that would mean if it will rest, it will not really be that far before it gives us another good bounce. Hopefully, I'm seeing that in the coming days there could be a significant bull run for this stock. Like this one, there was a massive selling. We're expecting, not of course, we're hoping that we will also replicate this, but on the upside. Given that the volume in last Friday's selling pressure is not that much. FNI. FNI. Okay, I still respect our MA20 line, and that would be around 1.69. So again, it's an area, so it could be 1.69, 1.67, or 1.68, around that level before it continues to go up. Okay, hi escrow. IRC Green and Annie, let me check if we have IRC. Yes, we're done with IRC. And let me add Green for you. Annie is already on the list. So let's continue. After FNI would be APX. APX. By the way, guys, I am also, all our recordings are also saved in my YouTube channel. Just look for Miss JD. That's my only request. Follow our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that will already make me super happy. Okay, guys? Just look for Miss JD over here. And there we are. Okay? So that's our channel. So I am inviting everyone to also subscribe. Okay. Next. So looks like, so this is getting constricted. That means you will be moving just very, minimal movements you'll have minimal movements in the coming days. But hopefully this MA20 line gets sustained before we see a reverse in the direction. Because you're still at a very cheap level. Look at that. Still at a very cheap level, but again, check out the fundamentals because we're only basing our analysis on the chart. So always watch out on what the news are or what the news is any given day before you trade, and also look at the background of the company so that you have a solid conviction whenever you enter in a stock. But for now, I would have to say still at a healthy level in terms of pricing. MA20, that's an area where you can monitor and probably enter at. FGen. FGen, you are at a resistance area for FGen. Where it is sitting at right now is a resistance. So check, because there's a big chance that it might rest and will show some rejection in this price level. And I would say the best entry price would be 24.70, where you have your MA20 line. There you have it. Okay. ABA. For ABA, okay, not a good sign because you see your MA20 line has been challenged and was broken. So I'm thinking it might continue to go down, and watch out for the price action around 0.82 level. So you screen from here downwards to find your next support. And this is where I see that, because here and also here, this price has been reached. And also here. So that's the next support that we are seeing. Hopefully that gives us a good bounce the moment that price is reached. DMW. For DMW, okay, triggering the upper band, and that's also a good sign. So if you still see price ending outside of the Bollinger Band, then there's a chance that it will continue to go up. But if it starts moving inside the, like this one, inside the Bollinger Band, the price ended at that level, then chances are it will now reverse its direction. So also here, look at the volume, big noticeable volume last Friday. So now I would have to say some people might take profit on Monday, or it is also possible that it will continue to go up. Now, if you want to ride the wave, wait for the market to give you a chance at that level, 9.99. Let's see if it'll continue. Otherwise, if you really want to ride the wave, make sure to use a much faster time frame. Okay, so you can monitor the quick movements of the stock, because I think this will already look enticing. It will look at I mean, the traders find this as an attractive position right now, and I have a feeling it will continue to go up, but some of them might take profit either midday or when the market is about to close. So just be extra careful and use a fast time frame. Home. For home, still trying to find its true value, stabilizing at the price where it is at right now, which is 11.50. I would have to say there's a big chance that this area is the main support before it goes up. So if you want to give it a try, just do a test buy and then wait for some more price action at this level. Now, if it is not sustained and you see that price ends below 11.50, then it's also possible that it will continue to go down. But looking at the chart right now, my Bollinger Band is still not showing because it has been less than 20 days from the time it started. So just check out and give it a try. Or you can be conservative and wait for, let's say, 20 days and see. Okay. If not, and you really want to get in the stock, use a much faster time frame. Next one would be AGI. Changes the day. Okay, look at that. This was your resistance over here, 11.94. So it's resting. So maybe this MA20 line will be revisited one more time before it goes up. Although it already showed some respect to that MA20 line, when the price hit that level, there was a bounce that happened. Okay, so anywhere from here to here is kind of safe, I would assume, because you're still at a very cheap level. So this is the resistance that we see, and MA20 of course is our support. So anywhere from here to here would be still an okay price to enter. FB. FB overall still very cheap. San Miguel Food Beverage, again, that is a very established company. If you want to get in, because I have conviction, high conviction with the company, actually where it is at right now, really good to enter at, because this is really meant for long term. If not, of course, there's a big chance at the same time that this 91 to 92 level will be hit before it rallies on the upside. Okay. How's everyone doing so far? Yes, Randy, DMC, I have that. That was the first stock we reviewed. I will add the lady's request, which is now. Okay. So we are at FB. Next would be MRSGI. MRSGI. MRSGI, you had a good bounce. Yes, I think this is already a good time to enter MRSGI. This is the bounce that we're looking for. Okay. So this is the support, and it also landed at the support level. Now, I would have to say good time to enter for MRSGI because we're seeing the possibility it will bounce. Pizza. Still consolidating at the support level or support area for pizza. Before it starts to rally on the upside, look at that. Straight line, right? Landing almost in the same spot. But your RSI looking super healthy right here. Upward. Gaining momentum. People are showing interest in this stock. Next one would be MPI. MPI. Wow. The price level is still right there. This is the support we're seeing, and you're currently sitting at that support level. So still a healthy price. Yes, it used to be a resistance here. Became a support right here. Yep, so if you want to give it a try, MPI is another good company to have a long-term investment at. BPI, yes. I would have to say you might see some more bullish movements for BPI, okay? The reason why I said that is notice this thing here. If your price stops outside of the Bollinger Band, upper band, that means you have some more bullish momentum there. Now, if the price ends inside the Bollinger Band, that means it's starting to die down. In this case, look at that. Even if you see that there's a red here, still kind of outside, and then you had a good bounce here. So I'm thinking, and plus the volume, okay, pair it with the right volume, I would have to say you might experience some more bullish movements for this stock. Now, how far will it go? We cannot really say, but try to also notice that you are already at the resistance area, okay? That when you reach this level, um, people already feel that the price is starting to become expensive. So, and I can also say that there are, in some occasions, a price stays at that level for quite some time, days, even weeks. So just know your objective while you're getting in the stock. Are you in the stock for long term? So that would mean you won't really mind the dips and the waves of the stock, because you know that you'll not be withdrawing or you'll not be selling your position anytime soon. So looking at the long-term potential of this stock, I would have to say there's still a lot of potential because at one point it reached 120 or 122 level. So if you're not in a hurry to withdraw this, there's a big chance that it will still continue to go up. There are dips, yes, but it won't be that much because it has stabilized at this level for a long time before it gave. This is a much awaited moment here when it started to rally up. So I'm thinking, and I'm bullish that TPI is going to give us some more bullish movements in the coming days. Annie? Wow. Oh my, what happened? Whoever knows the reason behind this, maybe you can share to the group. Legal proceedings. What happened to Annie? Some bad news, probably. So guys, check out when you are in Instagrams. If you click news, you will see the news that is related to the stock. So hmm, at the time relevant to the complaint for falsely representing to possess business or imaginary transactions to annex, receiving personal property therefore, and as directors of Doman at the time relevant to the complaint, willfully and knowingly asserting to such patently unlawful acts. So when there are like not so good news that involves a certain stock, then this is normally what happens. So I don't know how far it will go. This has been just stay away from this stock for now because I really have no because it's news driven. When it's news driven, it breaks all. Sometimes it breaks whatever technical analysis that we have here. It 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 has its own direction when it's especially when news is really serious. So I think I'd stay away from this one first because it might continue to go further down, right? So let's wait and see. URC, URC, another red. This used to be resistance, resistance. Now, if I'm just going to base it using technical analysis, well, it suggests that you're already sitting at the support area at 151. Let's see, 151. Mm-hmm. No. 151. Let's try that. Not the 15-minute chart, should be daily. Okay, where it is at right now. That is the resistance here. Resistance became a support. Now, it kind of broke that support that we have there, so it might continue to go down. So I would say I will have to wait right at this level because there's a big chance that it might revisit the 142 area. Okay, so let me change this to 142 level because I see that there's a big chance that it will still dip further. Okay, because it broke that support that we have here. The next one, after URC, let's have axlm. Wow, another decline. It broke that. And what's uh, because it's fairly new and it broke, so there was some consolidation that happened here, and then when it breaks that, then I think the market is still really trying to find out the true value of this stock. Okay, so we don't know yet. There's not enough evidence that it will continue at this level because it's really, really new. So just stay away from this stock. But if you already have entered around this level, and this would mean you have already lost, um, a big amount from what you have invested. So I suggest just hang in there. This is one of the stocks that you will have to hold a little longer, okay? Because I understand that whatever you've placed in here is your hard-earned money, and yeah, that's the risk that we have embraced the moment we started trading and investing in the stock market. So when it goes against our direction, ideally, you have to be strict with your stop loss level. If you have not exited and it's already around 15 to 20%, just wait for it to go back to that price level. It's 23% if you've entered at this level. Okay? Because definitely it will go back, but it's just a matter of time. There's an important element that's lost here when you wait. It's really time. FLI. FLI. For FLI, this is the resistance that we see, and we're experiencing some price rejection currently. Okay, that's a resistance that we see. Now, if you want to check it out, I would have to say check out your MA20 line, okay, or check out this level, 1.53 level. Apart from the MA20 line, of course, 1.53, 1.54, because there was some resistance that happened here. So your previous resistance can act as a support. Okay. The next one, X. For X, okay, promising. You're still at a healthy level. Look at that. You're still at a very cheap level, and it's triggering the upper band and showing that noticeable volume over here. So I'm thinking more green days for X. Now, definitely some of the traders will take profit and might give us a chance around 0.92. Why not, right? Enter at that level. 0.92, just in case the market gives us a chance right there. Okay, so that's a healthy price to enter at. So see that, that's a support right there. Okay. After X would be green. For green, what happened here? Why did I draw that line? Probably from my previous evaluation. Okay, it broke that. Okay, that would mean stay away for now, because you might experience a more downward trend, and it might revisit your, could be this, or slightly lower, could be this, right? So we don't know yet because it's triggering the lower band, but one thing's for sure, it will continue to go down. Wait till probably you reach the oversold level and see what the candlestick formation is around that level when that day comes, okay? Now, now is again giving us some bearish candlestick last Friday. So this is a resistance area, 3.37 is a resistance area, and this candlestick is a bearish candlestick. So I would have to say I'd like to wait at the 3.01 level before I get in. 3 pesos or 3.01. That would be a conservative entry price. because again, that's an MA20 line, and you have some price consolidating at that level. So there's a big chance it will revisit that before it continues to go up. Okay. Hi, Billy. So there's now, let me add nickel for you. For nickel, okay, nickel doing some sideways here. I think this is still at a healthy level, provided it does not break this line. Okay, where it is at right now is still, let's say 3.89 would be a good entry price. But be very, very watchful, because once we experience a price breakdown, the next support is still very far. Okay, so hopefully it just, moves in this direction and continue to move upward. Now, if you want to give it a try, enter at this price where I placed the line 3.83, and then put a stop loss around 3% if that's your risk tolerance. Because this is scary. It might because this is a solid green right here. It might revisit the previous support, or I mean resistance, which will become a support. And see this? This is a gap up. It might fill that once again. So just be extra careful. The next one. Okay. So looks like, hi Ronald. Happy watching here with my colleagues Edgardo and Raymond from Riyadh. Hi guys. I wonder what time it is there right now. But yes, happy weekend all of you. And if we don't have any other requests, I'd like to, guys, my simple request, please do subscribe to our channel as well. We are Miss JD here. Now, my best practice, which I would like to share with you all, is that right after this video, it's going to be recorded. Now, when the market opens on Monday, of course, you do your usual trading and activity. When the market closes, go back to the video and cross-reference whether our insights or analysis is correct. And then if that's correct, then of course you apply the best practice to all your trades. If not, that's another learning experience, because we all learn together here. I use this as, of course, my regular cadence and rigor to further my skill in the area of trading. So I also save them here. So please do subscribe and try to revisit the video. With you using YouTube, you can increase the playback speed here. So all you have to do is just, sometimes you can skip to where your stock is mentioned. All right, there you have it, guys. Thank you very much and happy weekend. And you enjoy your well-deserved holiday. I mean, weekend. Okay, bye-bye for now.